All right, here we go. It's Gorgeous Georgian Goes, locking in another MMA superstar, former WEC, former UFC lightweight champion, current Bellator lightweight, and also one of the top over at the lab in Arizona. What's up, Smooth? How you doing?
Just on the phone.
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called. What's this called? Streamlink?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. My son wanted to know what it was called.
How you doing?
Say hi. You be silly.
That's a little smooth. All right. Hey, Benson, good to catch up with you, man. How you doing? How you holding up in this pandemic?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Got 3 babies, 4, 2, and the other one just turned 1. Oh, good job. Just turned 1, so got a full house. Wife is 8 months right now, so I'm trying to do a little extra, make sure she's all right.
Is this four and done, or are you guys trying to maybe get to a basketball team and have a starting five?
We originally done at 2, and then number 3 and number 4 came by and said, "You ain't done yet." But we finally learned our lesson after number 4, and I got snipped. So this will be it. This is it. No more.
All right. Well, listen. Since you're on daddy duty, we'll kind of keep it light and kind of keep it short today. But you were supposed to fight Michael Chandler in about a month or so, and the world got flipped upside down because of this virus. So, were you able to shrug it off, or did this one hurt? How much did you invested in the camp by the time you heard?
By the time I heard, I was I train every day. So I train pretty tough every day. For me, the part that is
What's the show called?
the hard part is dieting.
What's the show called?
Like I train hard, the hollow. Train hard. You fine tune things when you have a specific opponent. Having Chandler again in a rematch, you have to fine tune too much. You have to look up too much video or whatever. But I was just about to hit the phase of needing to start dieting down. So that's the part I care about the most. Like training hard, easy enough, no problem. But when I have to start dieting down, that's when I start getting sad and stuff. So I had not started dieting yet, so I wasn't too mad about it being canceled or whatever. Push it back a little bit, no problem. Like it sucks, we gotta wait a little bit, but I am gonna get my hands on him again, and that part is cool.
Are you hearing July in California, something like that?
I actually don't know yet. I'm not sure. I heard the rumor was either last weekend of June or first weekend of July for Bellator's first card back. I don't know how true that is or not. I haven't been contacted by Bellator officially. That are just some of the rumors I've been hearing around. And then when I hit them up, they said, "Oh yeah, it will probably be July when we have our first card, but you are not on that card."
Still looking like Michael Chandler will be your first opponent, though?
Yeah, Chandler is the opponent for sure. Chandler is the opponent for sure. So that's what I'm really happy about. Like, I'll rewind it for you.
Yeah,
right, Chandler's the opponent for sure. So that's the part that I'm always not worried about. Like, I want to make sure when they pushed it back that it was going to be Chandler, and it is. So that's cool.
Let me go back to something you brought up that I was curious about. When you do cut down, when you start to cut down, and it obviously, you jokingly you said that's when you get miserable. What do you miss the most, like carbs or amount of calories? Is there something specific that you need to phase out of your life, but that you miss and makes you miss it and make you miserable?
No, I think it is for sure just the calorie count. For me, like, eating healthy, eating the right way, it's not rocket science. Like, people want to be told, like, to do something special, make them feel cool. Oh, do this, or only eat this, or only eat that. You got to do this diet. I think people mostly do that so they feel like they're doing the right things or listening to somebody who knows better, somebody who knows what you're supposed to do. But it's not rocket science how to lose weight. Eat less calories. That's it. You can have 2,000 calories about maybe 2 slices of chocolate cake, or you can have 2,000 calories of like good healthy rice, fruit, veggies, and you can have a freaking 8 full meals, 2,000 calories of that. So for me, it's just the getting the calorie count down, so my body weight comes down, and that part is pretty saddening.
How do you divvy up your 2,000 calories?
You gotta be smart about it. You gotta have small meals throughout the day. I personally have to have small meals throughout the day, like 8, 9 meals, one before every workout, one after every workout, and like try not to lose all my willpower at the end of the night and have a whole bag full of Oreos at 11:30, because those Oreos look real good about 11:30. Putting the boys to sleep finally. I come downstairs, I'm like, oh, Oreos, peanut butter Oreos.
Is that mostly like rice, chicken, and a veggie, and you just do small portions, something like that, or fish?
Exactly. Yep. Super simple, super basic, super not fancy at all. Plain rice, plain chicken, chicken breast, plain veggies. You don't need to add a whole bunch of this, whole bunch of that. No. Plain rice, plain veggies, steak once a week or so. Some good red meat once a week, and then you can do fish, certain cuts of fish. You can do fish in replacement of chicken if you get tired of that after a while.
Are you
pretty
enjoying?
Easy, pretty basic, pretty simple. Nothing fancy at all. Everyone knows what they should eat. Oh, I wonder, should I eat this Twix or should I have this, thing of broccoli? Yeah, dude, you should probably have the thing of broccoli. That's pretty common sense. It's not that hard.
Are you enjoying coaching? I see you in a lot of corners.
I do, but I don't really consider it coaching. I think I like to call it more like just helping out. I don't really consider myself a teammate just yet. I mean, coach just yet. I would say a teammate. I help my guys out. My boys, they ask me, "Oh, hey, what are you doing this week? You know, can you come by? Can you come with me for the week for this fight?" Oh, is it a spy? Oh, yeah. And I can help them out. I say, yeah, let me check with the boss. Let me check with my wife. Her, no more. We're gonna put him back now. You know, she has to take care of all 3 boys when I'm gone. That's a hassle. See? He goes like that because he wants coffee he can have. But so I tell my boys out. If they ask me, I check with my wife. She says yes or no. Then if I can make it, I'm there and I help them out. But there more than that. Not even helping them out for fights and cornering. It's helping your boys out, help my boys out in the gym every day. You know, we're here every day, training our butts off, trying to get better every day and giving little tips here and there, making sure they practice hard, making sure they're not, forgetting the details. He's in there.
You see him.
So I think that's the important part for me for helping my teammates, not necessarily coaching, but just helping them out.
But I can't see him.
Wait. See, there he is.
Benson, if you defeat Michael Chandler, are you basically campaigning saying the title shot is mine, or have they told you that?
Say one more time.
If you beat Michael Chandler, have they already told you that will get you the title shot?
When I beat Chandler, yeah, I'm getting that title shot next.
Okay. And who do you think you'll be facing? Like, do you think that because of what's happening and the other tournament hasn't slowed down, do you think maybe there might be a chance for an interim, or are you guys just willing to wait out Patricio and see what he does? I mean, he still has 2 more fights to go.
I have no idea, man. It's a long wait if that happens, and that's if that happens. Like, who knows, man? I don't know how they're gonna play it out. I wasn't save this for after the fight, but might as well say it now. After I beat Chandler, I gotta get my ducks in a row. I gotta take care of business first. So my first and foremost is gonna take care of Chandler. After I take care of Chandler, why doesn't who has the belt? What's the little one's name?
Patricio Pitbull Frady.
Patricio. Why doesn't Patricio give the belt to Patrici? Because Patrici beat me. I beat Patricio. So give the belt to your big brother. Give him the belt. Let me beat him up for the belt. I think that would satisfy all things right there. I think that is the answer to the conundrum of the Bellator lightweight cluster jam that it is.
Pretty interesting. I wonder I wonder how.
Yeah, ask Patricio. Like, hey, Patricio, that's your brother, right? You got love for your brother. Like, give the belt to him. Let him have it. You know, he's tough. He's good, and he beat Henderson before. So,
Got it. All right.
I don't know what Patricio would say to that.
All right. Now, Benson, let me ask you something, man. Like when we basically saw, we knew we were going to interview you. I was researching you. What a reminder and what a road, like what a memory lane it was for me to see how much you've accomplished, how many names you've beaten, and what those fighters have gone on to do, and pretty impressive. It seems like all the great fighters, all the former champions or current champions, when we ask them this, they're like, shucks, and they just blow it off. But do you have an appreciation for your resume and everything you've done?
Maybe one day. For right now, like, still just fighting, still just trying to do my thing. I don't try to take a stock of it. I don't try to, like, make it grander than it is and put it into big words and do this and do that. When I'm done fighting, I'll be able to have all the time in the world to think about it and to give it scope and meaning and put fancy words to it and build it up bigger than it is. Like, when I tell this kid's sons, I'm going to tell this kid's sons, like, some great stories about how badass I was and how cool I was and how good I was. But for right now, man, I'm just working on becoming better every single day. That's it. Just being a better fighter, get 1% better each and every day. That's it.
Would you want your 3 boys to be fighters?
No. My boys are going to be astronauts. They're going to go to Mars. Right, Kevin?
No.
The first humans to set foot on Mars. The first brothers ever in space together. Yeah, Kevin? But no, I don't necessarily want them to be fighters. I don't necessarily.
I want to be further.
No, you can be a wrestler.
No, I mean when I'm an adult.
When you're an adult?
Yeah.
No, you can wrestle. What do you wrestle when you're an adult? When you're a big kid, you can wrestle. I don't want my kids to be fighters at all. I think fighting. I'm not the biggest fan of actual MMA. I'm the biggest fan of fighting. I love competition. You can fight someone else?
Yeah.
You can wrestle.
No.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey, knowing that, boy, you better calm down.
Benson, now, because you've been able to fight through the WEC area, the UFC, Bellator, can you separate those Benson Hendersons? Are they the same guy? Is there one that stands out where you can say that's the best Benson Henderson right there?
Get down there. You can't be on the table, boy. It's the same. I think people might want to, put certain words to it and say this means this and this was that and yada yada. And that's your guys' job. You guys as pundits, that's what you do. You guys give meaning and give scope and make things larger than life in your words that you write down. But for me, it was the same. Like, be careful, boy. For me, it's the same. Like, going to the cage and go do your best and let the chips fall where they may. That's what I've always done. Train your butt off. Hey, no more. Train your butt off. And that was from my very first started trying to be a professional athlete to where I am at now.
Does the scenery matter at all, whether it's, whatever organization? Does it have to be a different cat for different people, or is once you get locked in the cage, is it just kind of the same?
It doesn't matter to me whether it's a local Arizona podunk jiu-jitsu tournament or whether it's a world title fight in wherever, Korea. It doesn't matter whether it's the back of a 7-Eleven. It doesn't matter whether it's fighting on the prelims. Every fight I have, everything I do, I give everything that I have. I completely commit to it. I give everything. That's the only way I know how to do it. Some guys don't do that. That's the only way I know how to do it. So, no, it doesn't matter. The scenery doesn't matter. It's all the same to me. Whether I do a jiu-jitsu tournament, whether I do a wrestling tournament. I went and did the Amarillo Aeronautical University wrestling tournament 2 years ago. And in all those matches, I gave everything I had. I don't care what the scenery is. I don't care what the this and that and yada, yada, yada. Go give 100%. Go be great.
Benson, let me ask you just a couple more questions, then we'll let you go. We really appreciate your time. We're catching you during duty, so we, again, respect for the time you're giving us here. The WEC guys, they're special to me. They're special to a lot of people. I think a lot of people remember the Ultimate Fighter season 1 and say, wow, that was a good group of guys. And then everyone's got their favorite season. I almost think of the WEC as, I mean, you guys weren't a season because there's a lot of years of history there. But that's how I hold you guys collectively as a group, you know, like it's almost like a fraternity. How about you? Like when you're watching Faber, you know, coming back, and then Pettis versus Cowboy, Joe B trying to capture a title, Dominic came back after 3.5 years. Are those
Poirier too, right? Poirier too. Got the Poirier in there, right?
Yeah. Chad Mendez, like, are those your boys? Are you in there? Is a piece of you in there with them too, or have you let go of that?
I definitely pay attention more to the WC guys. I think that was a special part of my life, a special piece of my heart for all those guys. Definitely Chan Sung. You know, you check your superhero box. I'm not sure. Check the Lego room. So for the WC guys,
You gotta follow me.
I gotta follow you. Okay, let's go check it out. For sure, all the WC guys pay attention to how they're doing and hope the best for them, you know. I think that every guy from most organizations like that, like the Strike Force guys, you know, they pay attention to the old Strike Force dudes also, you know. I know that they show each other a lot of love. I think WC, I think we're pretty similar. I think we're the same way.
Yeah, for sure. WEC, Pride, Strike Force all have rich histories. There's been some really, really good organizations that have contributed to the history of MMA. So, it's been amazing that the last few weeks have featured a lot of those talented fighters that are still going to go on. And sometime in July, you're still going to go on. Let me finish up with this. This is just off the wall. Bert Kreischer. I was going back and looking at your Instagram. You don't post often, so I didn't have to go too far back, but it was about 2 years ago. You got to meet him. He's like one of my favorite comedians. I've never met him, but what's he like, man? Is he cool in person, or was it just a quick photo?
He was super awesome. He was super. It's funny how you meet some of those people, and most comedians are good, not just on camera, but they're good when the cameras are gone too. You know, they're pretty funny, engaging, personal, that sort of stuff. But Bert was the exact same way. Super funny, engaging. A good guy, seemed like to me. I only met him for a little bit, but he was super cool, super nice to my wife. Cool to me. We got interrupted a couple times by some other fans who came in real quick, and he was super cool to them. So I think he was a funny cat, just as funny, maybe more funny off the camera. He's pretty funny, really funny.
Was he a fan of you? He probably knew who you are. Did you get the feeling that he's an MMA fan, hardcore MMA fan, or?
I don't think he was a hardcore MMA fan. I don't know if he knew me or someone told him who I was, but he invited me back, back to the green room and to his place. We hung out for a little bit, talked a little bit. After the show, I went back there again, talked to him, said, "Oh, how was that a normal show for you? And how was that? Yada yada." So I'm not sure if he's a huge MMA fan, but maybe someone told him who I was. I don't know.
Thanks so much for the time today. It's been great catching up with you. And hopefully when this fight gets made, we can maybe catch up in a couple months and give a preview of how your camp went and how you dealt with, COVID-19. It's amazing what this thing's done. But I'm hearing that gyms are starting to open up and you fighters will have more of your resources available to you to prepare you for the fight. So we wish you the best, your family, your friends, your teammates. And again, thanks for spending some time with us here this afternoon.
Of course, guys. Of course. No problem.